Alex Jones broke out his pom-poms the other day. He put on a glorious sycophantic display for Daddy Trump.
Trump is for real. He isn't out to get us. He really believes in Americana. He really wants free market. Doesn't mean he isn't kind of a strong man. Doesn't mean that, he isn't have some issues with military dalliances. But he's really got the tiger by the tail and has so far been steering it with masterful aplomb. And this is Providence happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. And the position is really polishing him out. And I see something really, really strong coming out of Trump. And the more we get behind him, the better. If we desert him because he can't do 100% of what we want, enemy forces will slide into the gap. But they hate Trump legitimately. Yeah, I saw a photo yesterday that I wanted to tweet out. Then I got locked out on my Twitter. So we had to change the passcode because somebody was sending on unauthorized stuff in my name. And so I couldn't tweet it. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe show it on my phone to TV viewers. But just this image of Trump, I think is the most iconic. And I think really captures him. Let's see if I can find it. We'll go to it in a minute. I want to find this shot in HD. I think this shot right here, because he looks really old and he looks completely dedicated, and you can see the determination and how he's giving himself completely to this and killing himself. That's the real Trump right there. He's killing himself. And they know he's got a good spirit, and he is working 18 hours a day, giving it his 110%. Something I can't even do at 44 years old. And I'm known for energy. And that's Trump right there. And he is, like he said, he changed during the campaign, and he changed even more. And this really is America's chance at reprieve. That photo right there. I want to get that photo. I want to blow it up, put it on the wall. Because I'm telling you, folks, you know a man by his enemies. And you know how much they hate him because they know how real he is. Turns out Obama's been spying on him the whole 8 years. And Trump knows all about the pedophiles and the globalists and the devil worshipers and the whole thing.
Oh, yes, Mr. President. I love the smell of your ass. Oh, I love you so much. You're so strong. You're such a strong man. You're so strong. Quote, the more we get behind him, the better. Alex, what does that mean? The more we get behind him, the better. What does that mean? You know what that means? It means you're an authoritarian. That's what that means. It means you're not thinking independently. That's what that means. I mean, this is really embarrassing stuff, man. Now, I get it. His fans listen to this, and they'll try to flip it back on me and be like, yeah, well, you're like that with Bernie Sanders, so who are you to judge? Actually, no, I'm not. Because anytime Bernie Sanders does something that I disagree with, I will talk about it, and I'll be crystal clear about it. And I would never say something like, quote, the more we get behind him, the better. Because he's a human being, and sometimes he fucks up, and sometimes I think he misanalyzes a situation. And that doesn't mean that I'm right all the time. It just means that, like, for example, the issue of BDS. I totally disagree with Bernie Sanders on the issue of BDS, and I call him out for that. And I say, nah, man, you're wrong about that one. But with Alex Jones and Donald Trump. By the way, what happened, Alex? There was a time where you got upset that he bombed Syria. The next day, you're right back on air talking about how he does nothing wrong. And you said, quote, the more we get behind him, the better. I've never seen a clear example of authoritarianism. All it took was a charismatic dude for Alex Jones to fall in line. That's all it took. I mean, how unserious of a person are you if you're not prioritizing policy first? And it's clear that he's not. Quote, Trump is for real. The fuck does that mean, Trump is for real? Trump is for real. The more we get behind him, the better. He's working 18 hours a day. The fuck are you talking about? The dude, when he wakes up in the morning, he tweets nonstop. He watches Fox and Friends and CNN for like 2 or 3 hours. The idea that he's like, oh, he's such a hardworking president. Hardworking doing what, Alex? Because Alex likes to pretend like he's for the little guy, he's for the regular guy. But now you're cheerleading a president who packed his administration full of Goldman Sachs. You're cheering on a president who passed a tax bill where 83% of the benefits go to the top 1%, and it raises taxes on everybody making $75,000 a year or less over a 10-year period. So why are you cheering? The idea, he deregulated Wall Street. He's doing what Wall Street wants. Why would he deregulate Wall Street? Because he wants them to be able to make more money. He thinks they're the smartest guys in the room, and they paid him when it was his campaign. That's not for the little guy. That's not for the little guy at all. That's going to lead to the collapse of the economy, and the little guy's going to get shafted again. So I don't get how he can bend over backwards to try to act like Trump is so, oh my God, he's so great. The more we get behind him, the better. He's the real deal. Look at this picture. Oh, it shows you. Look at his face. Oh my God, his face. It's just a regular fucking picture of Trump. And by the way, if you look at that picture, you can put on that picture whatever you want because it's just a blank look. You know, you can interpret that face as like, well, this is a guy who knows he's a fucking fraud. I mean, seriously, go pull that part of the video back up and look at that picture and look at it through the lens of, it's a guy who knows he's kind of full of shit. So he's got this look on of like, are people on to me yet? But no, he reads into it what he wants to read into it, which is like, determined to save this country. That's what he is. And he's onto them. He's onto the pedophiles and the devil worshippers. Dude, what? The devil worshippers? By the way, I just noticed I have Stuart Varney over my shoulder still. I haven't been good at changing the graphics today for whatever reason. The devil worshippers? There you go. That's a good graphic. That's perfect. The devil worshippers? No, see, I told you. I keep telling you guys. There was a time when Alex Jones was just a conspiracy guy, and he was just about like, look at what they're doing with the Illuminati and the Bilderbergs and all that. It's unbelievable what they're doing here, and they're taking away your rights, and they're taking away your civil liberties, and they did the Patriot Act, and look, they spy on you all day long, and he was right about all that stuff. Oh my God, they're taking away your civil liberties, and stand up and fight back and all that. But now he's no longer just the guy who calls out the powerful and the elites. Now what does he do? Now, he supports the power structure. He supports the elites. If you're supporting Donald Trump, that's exactly what you're doing. And you've mixed that with a healthy dose of Pat Robertsonism, John Hagee-ism. That's what you're doing here. Trump is stopping the devil worshippers. What does that mean? Who are the fucking devil worshippers? Nobody's worshiping the devil. This idea is just ridiculous. They genuinely believe he's busted up like pedophile rings and has not, there's been no coverage of it, and he's not been tweeting back. Donald Trump can't go, nothing serious can happen without Donald Trump tweeting about it. He does it all the time. He just can't stop it. Accomplishments, look, unemployment rate and stuff, look. So you're telling me he busted up pedophile rings, and then he didn't bother to, take credit about it and brag about it on Twitter or anything? He didn't do that. He's got to keep it on the low. Why? I mean, the things that they believe, okay. He's sad, man. He's just sad. Listen, I'm a big supporter of Bernie Sanders. It's true. But I call him out when he's wrong, I just did a segment the other day saying I disagree with him not endorsing populist left candidates, the candidates who he should be endorsing. But just please tell, if I ever get to that point with Bernie, where I'm looking at a picture of him and I'm like, oh, look at the determination on this man's face. Oh! Please, all of you, tell me to fuck off and stop watching my show and tell me I'm a fucking doofus and an idiot.